I ought not to write in such an affectionate strain, but you must stand it. I cannot do otherwise, and I will no doubt become much worse if encouraged.
I love your letters, and only wish they were longer. After I've read them over several times, I sit and wonder.
Maureen and Paul are a very interesting couple who live in St. Albert and who share their talents and love of St. Albert through educational theatre, primarily in schools and libraries.
We always have to remember from whence we came, and Paul and Maureen are examples that really are symbols of teaching that to children. Making sure that youth of Alberta know some of our history is very, very important, I think, really for all Albertans, but for them to actually teach it really through art and in classrooms is fundamentally important to make sure we preserve the history of our province.
They started off basically as actors, I guess, as any actors would. They got married and they ended up deciding that acting was really not what they wanted to do anymore. So they just decided to create their own theater company. I believe they were sitting around a table with the principal and some friends from church, actually. And one of them kind of suggested, I think it'd be really awesome to have social studies kind of come alive. The education system is kind of based around academia, and I think they realized that not all children learn in that way. They decided to research historical figures from the high school curriculum. They decided to create a situation where the teacher would have a scripted interview to read off to them dressed up as this character from history. It would bring the curriculum alive.
My students absolutely adore Paul and Maureen when they come in. Their faces light up. They enjoy every minute of their time with Paul and Maureen, and they learn history in such a new and refreshing and exciting way.
Paul and Maureen are givers to the community. What they give to the youth, and that's what sticks out the most for me, is their willingness to give to the youth. And what I'm hearing the most is their ability to do anything and everything in a classroom that all of the students are connected with.
As a mom, I have been able to take my kids to their productions over the years, whether it's the reading shows that they do at the library, whether it's their fractured fairy tale bits that they perform, and seeing the enjoyment on my children's faces has been worth it to go and enjoy the time with the children and with Rooney and Punyi. I have been able to attend and be involved in many different activities and productions that Paul and Maureen have put together, most notably the Meet the Street production, which was an incredible experience.
The objective of the production was to introduce the people of St. Albert who live here now to people who lived here long ago and for whom streets were named. The play required the audience to move to the character, and the character was someplace on the street for whom their name was used. So if you met Madame Giroux, we had buses that took the audience to Giroux Road, and everyone ended up at the grotto behind the St. Albert Parish Church, where everyone could meet Father Lacombe. The residents of St. Albert owe Rooney and Punyi a big thank you for the work they have done to both entertain and educate our children and their parents and grandparents.
Paul and Maureen are such complete people. The work they do in the faith-based community, the support they have in schools, their volunteer work, their careers, anything and everything that you ever ask and want in an artist, but in a resident, in a community builder, you have in Paul and Maureen.
Paul and Maureen, thank you so much for everything you have done for me, for my students, for my school, for my family, and for my city.
Congratulations! I love you guys.
We're so proud to have them in our community, and we're so proud that they are recipients of tonight's really significant award.
Thank you for everything that you do. You have made a huge difference in our world.